Hi, Ron Benning, real estate broker, SacramentoInvestor.com, StocktonInvestor.com. Today I'm here to give you a market update for the trailing month of August, and it's my September report for fourplexes in the Tri-County area of Sacramento. So the first thing I want to do is take a look at the inventory and look at and see how it compared to last year at this time. So there's 23 active fourplexes on the market last year at this time, and there's only 12 now. So we are seeing a continuing pattern of much tighter than normal inventory, and keeping in mind last year we had pretty tight inventory at this time as well. If we look at the pending sales, last year at this time we had 7 pending sales, this year 6. So no big change there really, statistically speaking, because it's a small market. It looks like a big percentage, but really it's only one different. The real story is the difference in sales activity. Last August, we had a very slow sale month and we only had 1 fourplex sell. This August, we had 7. So what we're seeing here is a continuing pattern that despite what people thought was going to happen, because of tight inventories and a demand that has not dried up, the market right now is pretty tight for fourplexes in the Tri-County area. In considering the trends and health of any market, particularly over the short run, which is what we're doing here, it's important to not just look at one indicator. So let's move on to the days on the market and the percentage of original sales price. So the days on the market is still relatively short. It's 33 days. The thing that's kind of interesting is that the percentage of original sales price to asking price in Sacramento is 100% right now. This is indicative of a tight inventory, so when they come on the market and they're priced reasonably, there's really not going to be a lot of negotiation. Let's take a look at some other indicators to get a better idea of what's going on. Probably the biggest two, and it's always a tug-of-war back and forth between supply and demand, buyer expectation and seller's expectation. This next chart really shows that there's likely to be a little bit of volatility over the next couple of months, and it's because if you look at the average list price, it's about 24% higher than the average sale price. So what's going on here is that because of the tightness in inventory, a lot of sellers think that they can raise the prices to whatever rate and they're still going to sell them, and to some extent that could be true. The thing that where you're getting some pushback and is why the average sale price is much lower, is where the average list prices are today, these buildings are not economically viable. Where the average sale prices are, they're a lot more viable. So it's going to be important to see how that expectation, that gap expectation, is going to be handled over the next couple of months. And probably the last chart that I want to take a look at is the amount of inventory in months inventory. And you see this one actually shows why we have people asking what right now appears to be unrealistic prices, because they see what little inventory there is. But these things also have to make sense as an investment. So again, right now, tight inventory, no fall off on demand due to anything that's going on in the marketplace. I would expect over the next couple of months that you're probably going to see a fairly stable market for the fourplexes in the Tri-County area for Sacramento. I also would expect that the average sale price may come down a little bit, or at least the average list price may come down a little bit. When you have that big of a gap between the average list price and the sale price, something's going to give. And I think what's going to give is that you're going to see these fourplexes stay on the market a little bit longer, and the ones that are selling are going to probably start to sell for a little bit less compared to the average sale price. If you have any questions about anything that's going on in the Sacramento fourplex market, please feel free to give myself or Sean Milam a call. We look forward to helping you buy your next investment property.